What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego back with some more boxing. First of all, I gotta say shout out to the motherfucking Bay. From California, from the Bay Area, you know what it is. And one of the Bay Area representatives, as far as this boxing shit is concerned, Virgil Hunter, yeah, yesterday's press conference, he had a lot of enlightening things to say regarding Canelo. And I like Virgil Hunter because I think he's a good trainer for one. And to me, this is just my opinion, there's a difference between being a great trainer and being gifted with, um, I guess you could say, a fighter who is already good, and then you help perfect what's already there. Like you basically take that mold and help sculpt it. That is, I mean, that takes work too. But there's something completely different when you go the Virgil Hunter, Andre Ward, the Customato, Mike Tyson, because what those guys had is a young prospect, a young potential, and they really, from a young age, groom them into who you see today, whether it was Mike Tyson or Andre Ward. And to me, I think that takes more because you're building something from the ground up versus you already have the blueprint, some of the construction is done, and then you just take over and then help, I mean, give it direction. So, like I said, I'm not here to diss trainers. Training is a tough job. You have to implement the right game plan, but there's something really admirable to me about a trainer, like I said, like the custom models or Virgil Hunters, who can take a fighter in their most premature form and really sculpt them, mold them, get them thinking like a true champion, get them to develop their defense. Like if you look at Mike Tyson, he was robbing people on the streets. I'm ecstatic. I'll rob you. Like you know what I mean. Mike Tyson had no direction. He was probably headed towards some bad shit. I mean, he was even with his professional career, but just probably faster. You know what I mean? Who knows? He could have ended up dead or in jail, catching a murder charge, anything. Just being in that tough New York street at a young age and doing the shit he was doing. So for Customato to take him in, have a young, dangerous, loose cannon Tyson, probably a more immature Tyson because the younger you are, you know what I mean, guys' maturity is like 3 years behind girls, I would say. So if a motherfucker's 20, he's really like 17 mentally. And like I said, I find that admirable, and I like Virgil Hunter a lot, not just because he's from the Bay, but because he did that same thing with Andre Ward. Andre Ward went on record and said this. He said basically Virgil Hunter stepped in as a father figure when his father passed away. He's been there. He's kind of like a godfather. He's really close. So it's more like family than hey, this is my coach, this is my trainer, this is family. So what Virgil Hunter said regarding Canelo and Alfredo Angulo, I really like because I agree with him. I've actually said it on my channel, but it's good to have a prominent voice in the sport of boxing, especially one that is in my neck of the woods, spit some knowledge. And that's regarding this whole concept of running. He's a runner, he's a chicken. Now, if you want to call Mayweather a chicken for not fighting Pacquiao or whatever, so be it. But the thing is, people take fighters like Rigondeaux or Edeslandi Lara or Timothy Bradley or Floyd Mayweather, just basically the fighters that use finesse, that use a certain level of slickness, that don't just stand in the way of a freight train and just take incoming punches to see who's the rock'em sock'em robot champion. And they consider that running because they implored a game plan, a strategy, a level of technical, fundamental, sound boxing skill. That's what boxing's about. Hit and don't get hit. It's not offense 100% and 0% defense. It's just stupid. And I hate when people always revert to the skilled fighters as he ran from me. What Virgil Hunter said, and I'll put the link in the description, is absolutely, positively fucking true. Do I enjoy a fighter who's gung ho like a Victor Ortiz or a Manny Pacquiao who's gonna stand in the way of punches? Hell yeah, I do, because I like boxing and I can appreciate all its forms. But for you to claim to be a boxing fan, yet you only want like one style fighter or only one race of fighter or only one fighter, you know what I'm saying? That is not a true boxing fan to me. Like I said, I don't care who you are. Ruslan Provatnikov, all the way down to a Terrence Crawford, entertains me because I like boxing as an art form, and that's what it is. It's a fucking clusterfuck melting pot of different styles. Pit them motherfuckers together and see who comes out on top. As far as this running shit, it's bullshit, and it's like a scapegoat for the more one-dimensional fighters to use for like to kind of save face and justify why they didn't win. And Virgil Hunter hit the nail on the head because I guess Canelo's saying now in the Mayweather fight that the reason he lost is because Mayweather ran. Like, you dummy. And I'm not trying to just clown. It just is frustrating. You lost because you weren't ready, because you didn't have the skills to match him. The end. And whether he used lateral movement, which he didn't even use the entire fight, there were sections and chunks of the fight where he's in pocket. You can, like, if you weren't gun shy, you can employ whatever strategy while he's against the ropes, while he's sitting there in front of you. If you don't have the speed or the intelligence to nullify what he's doing, that's your fault. And that's exactly what the fuck Virgil Hunter's talking about. He says, my fighter, Alfredo Angulo, fought another fighter who uses his legs great, and that's Edeslani Lara. He said, but the difference is my fighter, Angulo, found a way to make it uncomfortable for Edeslani Lara and corner him and bully him and knock him down twice and cut off the ring on him. That is what the fuck you were supposed to do. Chavez Sr., another fighter who had the ability to do that great. He can force the type of fight that he wanted. He wasn't the fastest guy. He wasn't fucking faster than Meldrick Taylor. Yet he was able to connect with a punch that ultimately was the undoing for Meldrick Taylor in that fight. So it is really the fighter's obligation or the opponent's obligation to make it the type of fight that best suits them. Ruslan Provodnikov, another quote-unquote brawler who does that to perfection. Mike Alvarado was seemingly able to get on his bicycle and use lateral movement and just enough movement in the rematch with Brandon Rios to win the fight. But against Ruslan Provodnikov, Ruslan wore him down. He took everything that Alvarado had incoming and he found a way to cut him off, to corner him. He waited for the moment. He fatigued. Whatever the fuck he did, he had a game plan, and he won the fucking fight. So as far as Canelo saying Mayweather run, and people saying like Guerrero, Rubin, and Robert saying Mayweather run, or Edeslani Lara, or Rigondeaux, Tim Bradley, you guys sound salty, and you really don't realize it, but a lot of times you guys are saying these fighters are so good, you want the fighter to make it easy on the opponent by making it into a dogfight. Truth be told, Lamont Peterson versus Amir Khan was a much tougher fight because Amir Khan is not the level of thinker of a Rigondeaux or something. He wants to fight with his heart or his balls or whatever than actual strategy. He's much faster than Lamont Peterson. He has the range and the reach to make it the fight he wants. Lamont Peterson is not the most devastating puncher like a Maidana or something, especially at 140 or whatever. So he made himself look worse to me in that fight, basically by allowing Lamont Peterson to get on the inside. And once he was making it a dogfight and making it uncomfortable, he didn't really get out of that mode. He just kept allowing it, trying to push off, used his elbows and stuff like that. Versus you look at a fighter like Rigondeaux. Rigondeaux knows just what the fuck to do. He's fought the different styles. So again, props to Virgil Hunter for exposing Canelo's statement. That bullshit about Mayweather run, he ran and all that. He didn't even use his leg. I thought he was using his legs a lot more than he did. But there was clear sections like the 11th round. If you watch that, he's in front of his opponent. It just so happened that he had Canelo thinking too much, hesitant, gun shy, didn't want to throw punches. Same thing with Robert the fucking Ghost Guerrero. And the way to combat that, timing, cutting off the ring, speed if you have it, but if you don't, then you got to use one of the other fucking options. So I really agree with Virgil Hunter. I feel this running bullshit is like I said, a scapegoat to try to slander certain fighters because that style might not excite you, or that style is more boring because you feel they're just pot shotting or whatever. But that's fucking boxing. It's like any other sport that employs strategy. You use what tools you have within the guidelines, within the rule book to win. Peyton Manning, if he's up by 2 touchdowns and it's the 3rd or 4th quarter, he's not going to go for it on 4th and 12, you dummy. Like, why would he? There's no reason to chance it. You do it safe when you're ahead, punt the ball, and don't make it easy. You know what I mean? Because if you go for it for 4th and 12 and you don't convert, then it's the opposing team's ball and you gave them great field position. Like, you're idiots. Some of you guys are idiots. Sorry. And the other thing is, like, if you look at football, when a team is winning and there's, like, let's say a minute left, and the opposing team has 2 touchdowns, what do? They kneel down, make them burn their timeouts because they don't want them to have the timeouts. It's a strategy. This is chess, not checkers. And some of you guys fail to realize that. Like I said, I enjoy all types of fights. So if someone's going to go for the gusto and try to knock each other's heads off, that's entertaining to me. But you got to also appreciate boxing is more than that. And it's a balance of different styles, different body frames, different attributes that makes this sport exciting. So 100% agree with Virgil Hunter. There is a way, if a fighter's using his legs too much, cut him off, stop him, like corner him, keep finding a way to sidestep him, make him fatigue, be in better condition and better shape than him. So when he starts to fatigue, or actually another way is body shots. Go to the fucking body. And I was surprised Canelo didn't even do that against Mayweather. I thought he would be ripping to the body like a la Leo Santa Cruz, because if you don't want someone to use their legs, what can you do? Attack the body, take it out of them so they don't have the energy to use their legs in the later round. But because you have a piss poor game plan, don't try to turn it and say, oh, Mayweather ran to save face. Fact of the matter is, you had the dumbest strategy on fucking earth, and now is trying to outbox a master class boxer. You're stupid. Why not use your size? Why not? Your team made no sense by trying to outbox. That's stupid. If you're playing LeBron James and we know he can get into the paint and dunk, and that's his area, that's his shit, try to make him a perimeter shooter, something that he might not be a Kevin Durant at. Like, it's simple mathematics. Double team him. Like, there's, for every type of style in any sport, there's a way to counteract that. Now, if you have the wherewithal or the skill to pull it off, to stop it or prevent it, that remains to be seen. But I'm just sick of these fighters talking about, oh, he ran. And I'm so glad Virgil Hunter spoke up at the press conference and let it be known, because in the Canelo fight, Mayweather did exactly what he had to do against the bigger person. And it's Canelo's team and Canelo's fault for not executing a game plan that would give them the upper hand. And I thought it would be a tougher fight for Mayweather, to be honest. And Mayweather just showed you why he's a skilled fighter, because it actually looked easier than damn near like a Robert Guerrero fight. Robert Guerrero looked solid for at least 3 rounds. The Mayweather-Canelo fight, Mayweather was a little bit, nobody was really throwing much the first 2 rounds, I think it was. And then he just started pulling away. So that's just my opinion. Virgil Hunter's a man. Respect, props, shout out to the Bay. Just stop with this whole running shit. Like, I get it. If you like the more explosive style fights, cool. That's cool. Say that, but don't make excuses when you lose. Shout out to all the real boxing fans. Let me know what you guys think. As always, hate, comment, or subscribe. Till next video, it's Ego signing off.